Disgraced pop star Gary Glitter reportedly left HMP The Vern, a low-security Category C jail in Portland, Dorset, on Friday after 8 years behind bars. He will now be subject to license conditions. Gary Glitter, whose real name is Paul Gadd, became one of the most recognizable musicians of the 1970s, and he had sold more than 18 million records by 1975. He became known for his outlandish attire, from sparkling silver jumpsuits, open-fronted jacket with oversized collars, matching silver trousers, big hair and platform heels. He had a succession of hits and remained a popular figure well into the 1990s until charges against him relating to child sex abuse destroyed his reputation. The performer quickly fell from grace and was convicted and jailed in 2015 for the historic sex attacks. Gary was born in Banbury, Oxfordshire in 1944, where he was raised by his grandmother and his young mother, but he had never met his father. He remained at the family home until age 10 before he was placed into care. As a teenager, Gary would perform as a singer on the club circuit. His early attempts to break into the charts, performing under a number of different names and with different groups, failed. It was during the glam era when he rose to fame and decided to change his moniker to Gary Glitter, with the name being chosen after he worked through the alphabet looking for an alternative name. His first single under the Glitter name, Rock and Roll, Parts 1 and 2, hit number 2 in the UK charts in 1972 and topped the US charts, selling over 1 million copies domestically alone. The following year he saw further success with 2 number 1s, including I'm the Leader of the Gang, I Am, which became his anthem. More hits for the performer continued until his buzz fizzled out along with the glam era. By now Gary has sold 18 million records, but towards the end of the decade he is declared bankrupt. In 1984 he makes a comeback with hit single Dance Me Up. He turned to Buddhism, became a vegetarian and made occasional comebacks in the 80s and 90s, enjoying a measure of celebrity touring as a student novelty act. Gary's public image came crashing down when he was jailed for 4 months, serving half the sentence, in 1999, after admitting to possessing a collection of 4,000 hardcore photographs of children being abused. After serving 2 months in prison, the singer is freed and travels to Spain and then Cuba, where he had a son on the Caribbean island, before moving to Southeast Asia. Gary was kicked out of Cambodia after facing allegations of sex crimes and moves to Thailand, before moving to Vietnam. The shamed singer was convicted of child sex offences, where he had always maintained he was innocent of the offences. He returned to the UK after spending 2.5 years in jail. Gary becomes the first person to be arrested under the Metropolitan Police's Operation U-Tree, the investigation launched in the wake of the Jimmy Savile scandal. The singer was charged with 8 counts of sexual offences, which later becomes 10 counts. In 2015 he is found guilty of attempted rape, 4 counts of indecent assault and a count of sex offences with a minor, and is jailed for 16 years. The 70-year-old was released from HMP The Vern in Portland, Dorset, after 8 years behind bars.